So what I'm calling the traditional view of the ethics of war has historically dominated writing on so-called just war theory. So this account makes two central claims. The first is that war is a relationship between collectives, usually states, rather than between individuals. And the second is that we can't judge the morality of fighting war by looking to our ordinary moral principles. Rather, war on this view is morally exceptional. It has its own special moral rules. Now, these two claims are connected. War is a relationship between collectives, and according to this view, this relationship gives rise to moral considerations that can't be captured by thinking about individual people who make up those collectives. And we see this most clearly at the ad bellum level, that is, when it comes to judging decisions to wage war or to continue to wage war. The kinds of goods that are typically thought to give rise to a just cause for war, so something like the protection of a state's territory or its political integrity, seem to be collective goods. But the belief that war cannot be judged by the morality of ordinary life also stems in part from a view about the nature of war itself. War involves the intentional transgression of some of our most fundamental moral prohibitions. It is about killing and maiming as a means of achieving an end, knowing that both the guilty and the innocent will suffer as we pursue our goal. Now, this concern speaks most obviously to jus in bello, that is, to how the war is fought. Since war essentially comprises activities that we ordinarily prohibit, we cannot judge war by our ordinary moral standards, or so the view holds. Traditionalists also support their exceptionalist view by invoking the notorious fog of war, that is, the confusion of stress and uncertainty that characterizes much of the fighting of war. The collectivist position has influenced many of the laws of war pertaining to both jus ad bellum and jus in bello. As I suggested earlier, the kinds of good that are standardly recognized as providing a just cause for war are collective state-based goods, namely the defense of political and territorial integrity. And the ad bellum condition of legitimate authority effectively restricts the legal power to declare war to heads of state. Since they have the legal capacity to declare war, states also enjoy certain in bello legal privileges that are not typically afforded to non-state groups.